Shalom, everybody in the body. Dang, the IM came in here quick. Few of y'all already. Y'all got y'all notifications, huh? Glory to the Most High, right? All praise is due to the Most Higher. Bahashan Yeshaya Wawawat Kodash Kamawaf, right? We give them all the praise, all the honor, all the glory every time we come before you, because they are the ones who are guiding everything, right? Oh, they guiding everything, family. I heard somebody was worried, right? I heard somebody was worried. Well, what do we do? Right? Why? Why do we feel like that? Because men came before us and made us believe that we gotta worry about anything, right? And man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I gotta step on anybody's toes. It ain't about that. It's about keeping this Bible clear and keeping the Father's messages clear, right? Uh I didn't do that, y'all. All I'm gonna do is read this Bible. That's all I've been trying to do, is just read this Bible. But see, it's people in the earth, and these men, these so-called leaders and all of this, and they twisted this book. Why? For their own belly, right? So when I just try to just plainly just read this book, it's cutting them up, because I don't have no gain. You know what I mean? It's already been won. I've already been there. I've already seen it. you know, I've already felt it, you know. So you come back to this earth and it's like, uh, we just gonna talk, man. We just gonna talk and we just gonna open up these scriptures. We just gonna keep on reading these scriptures, y'all. That's all we doing is reading these scriptures. And if it cuts somebody, then they shouldn't have went against these scriptures, man. That's not my fault. I didn't do that. I didn't tell you guys to open this book and butcher it the way you did and have all of these people scared, right? Everybody is scared. The power of the Most High has been masked. His children should not be afraid, right? Because he's not afraid, right? When the Most High is living in here, can't nobody make you get up and jump up and run. Nah, right? Can't nobody do that. There's never a panic in the Most High. Never. Never should you panic. Ever. Right? Never should you feel like you have to do something. The scripture tell us that, man, the young man gonna faint. You know? Don't matter how physically equipped you are, right? Some of these cats is in karate classes. You know what I'm saying? Things like this, that's no faith. No faith. What the old man gonna do? He done, huh? He got no chance, huh? What the baby's gonna do? Y'all who done had all of these babies, what are you gonna do? Right? Shouldn't nobody be teaching y'all fear? It's everybody's a fear mongerer, right? Where is anybody who believes in the Most High? Where is anybody who is leaving anything up to the Most High? How I'm hearing it, like you got to do everything yourself. What are you serving God for then if everything is in these, right? Oh, you got to do this, got to do that. You got to save this. You got to put away that. He said, you fool, somebody else is going to eat that stuff. I'm requiring your soul here tonight. So who has you gathered all this stuff for, right? No, we grow vineyards. We plant vineyards. Time to eat, we go out in our field, right? Emergency, we go out in our field. You know what I'm saying? What are we stacking? What are we stacking away? Right? Book tells you that. It's telling you that. Everything is fear, fear, fear. Oh, you in trouble if this and that. Oh, you better worry about this. You better run to that. You better hurry up. Right? Be diligent. No. What is diligent? Diligent is, man, calmly do your thing. It don't mean be in no panic. This book is telling us to be sober, ain't it? They would have you think that's drugs and alcohol. Be sober, right? No. If you're angry, are you sober? If I'm mad, if I'm furious, I'm not thinking right. You'll do anything. You'll do anything in that state, right? That's why mad and crazy is interchangeable. Because you crazy. You got your thoughts ain't right. You're not going to do the right thing. You're not going to think right. You're not going to assess anything right. You're not going to be patient, right? When if you would have just sat there 10 more seconds, you would have had another outcome, right? And that's why this book is telling us to be patient and to do nothing in haste. Don't do anything in haste, right? So, uh, let's share that, let's spread that, because I've been in this a long time and I don't hear these messages, y'all. I don't hear these messages. I don't see these lessons. Who's saying chill, just relax? What did you do to get yourself here? Think about that. What did you do to get yourself where you sit right now? You didn't do nothing. The Most High's power has guided your life, right? You came in this world a baby, right? Some people came in this world with no parents. Something happened with your parents. What happened? You got dumped over on your grandmother or something. Your grandmother wasn't in no position to take you. She did it and she worked it, right? Why? Because the Most High put it right here on her. He put it in her heart, right? Some people didn't have that grandmother. You winded up in a foster home with some strangers, right? And they dogged you out and they did you dirty and you jumped from foster home to foster home. And then what happened? One day you looked up and you was of age and you was submitting yourself to the will of the Most High, wasn't you? What did you have to do? What did you have to do to get yourself there? He's going to take care of us. Don't let nobody out there, nowhere, make you feel like you need them for the Most High to deal with you. Nah, the Most High is gonna guide you regardless if you right by Him. But what they can do is mess you up with the Most High, right? All of that high reverence you giving these people out here, man, and you putting them above the Most High, and the Most High got His word. He say what He says, right? And He wants what He wants, and you rolling over on that to stay next to this person, stay brushing elbows with these other certain men who hearts are compromised, right? That'll make the Most High turn His back. And we read it, right? What's that? Second Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at verse 8 or so. You know, uh he'll leave you there. He will leave you there. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that's your God. Go ahead. Stay there with them then. Because they all kind of off, and the stuff that they're telling you, that ain't my way, right? They're gonna fail in that way. But if that's where you putting all your worship, stay there, right? So yeah, it's quite clear, y'all. It's becoming more and more clear every single day, and man, it ain't about fighting. It ain't a fight. It ain't about fighting nobody. What I am is a defender of the word. I'm going to come before you. We're going to break this book out, and we're going to talk about what the book is talking about, right? We're going to talk about the things of the book, right? And if I see y'all in distress, then we going to talk about it. We just going to whip it out the book, right? And whoever I'm against, if they speaking some truth, I'm a child of that truth. You know, I'm not gonna go against, you know, the truth. I'm a child of the truth. So where they are correct, hey, all praises to the Most High. We have that in common, but man, I'm telling you, we really like we don't got nothing in common, man. Right? Cause every lesson ends at charity. It should. If it doesn't, then what did you talk about? Right? We see how this book is ending. It's the end of everything. Every problem in this book is trying to get you to charity, right? Nobody has taken me up on the offer yet. Give me something that you don't think ends in charity, and I'll show you where you stopped midway. Everything is ending you in charity. Everything, y'all. There is no other reason. And the Most High made it plain through so many scriptures. He made that plain, right? He even have one that say the whole law is cut down to 2 commandments, y'all. Two. The whole law. Where are the people who saw that and said, whoa, you're right. Wow, look at that. This whole law is saying charity, love, love. Where are they who saw that? I asked somebody last night. I said, what 2 commandments have the law been boiled down to? No hesitation, she told me. And it's like, you know, your leaders don't know that. These people who are teaching you, they don't know that. Why aren't we working on these hearts? Why ain't we working on these hearts, y'all? It's your heart. Your heart is the reason for all of your problems, y'all. That's why you see a direct response when you do something good for somebody. Charity never fails. So charity is going to show you what it's meant to show you. You want charity to show you something? Do some charity, right? It don't matter whatever you want to put forward. $10. It don't matter, right? I bought some ice creams one day on a hot day. I wanted one. I only wanted one. It was a whole bunch of them in the box. It was hot, man. One of them days in the summer. Oh, right. I only wanted one ice cream. I bought the box of ice cream. I pulled the one out. I ate it. It was like some like fruit pops, some natural fruit pops, no sugar added type joints, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I think that was strawberry delicious, man. It was so hot. Oh man, I'm like dehydrated. I've been sweating all day. And I'm just walking and I walk up in the store, man, and I grab that ice cream. I grabbed the one out that I was gonna eat. Now I got this box of ice cream. And I look around and everybody is just hot and just right. And I just start passing out them ice creams. Right? That's the kind of stuff we got to do, fam. And I'm telling you, man, the rest of that day, it was just like, man, floating on a cloud, right? The Most High is real. The Holy Spirit is real. If you pick up, they have tools, right? They have tools that you can use and work with, right? So when they see you using their tools and working with their tools and doing their work, right? Man, they send you things. They send you emotions and stuff, feelings, right? Feelings. You will feel so good naturally, So if you running around vexed and things like that, I'm telling you what the fix is, what the antidote is, right? What the solution is, what the cure is, right? They got us. We can't even say cure on the internet, I think, right? What the healing is. Oh, you can't say healing either, huh? Why are they stealing these words? Why have they bought these words so that we can't say cure and heal? You see that? They don't even want us talking about this. Ain't that what we trying to do? Cure and heal? Guess what? Love is the main component, y'all. You will lift yourself up, fam. Right? Now, is it somebody is talking to you about this, or am I about malice? Nah, y'all, I'm not about no malice, y'all. Right? I don't mean nobody no harm. I mean you health and healing, right? And the love. These things, right? Faith, hope, and charity. These three. But the greatest of these, right? Oh, I'm a child of it, y'all. You know, it's more than we know in this earth. But listen to your brother, man. Listen to your brother. I'm telling you, simple and plain, loud and clear, right? Love, which is charity, which is benevolence, which is agape. It's a real realm in heaven, y'all. It's a place, right? And it's some people, right? You turn into love, right? If you prove yourself to the love with this moment of flesh that you got on this earth, man, it collects your back, y'all. Right? And man, it ain't what else are we talking about? You know, what are we teaching? Diligence, what are we teaching? Honor, right? What honor? What honor? You know? Honor rolls over on love, right? About a brother's honor, he will put you in the dirt, right? Nah, why are you teaching honor? Why are you teaching honor for? Right? Oh, wisdom. What wisdom? That wisdom, it didn't land at charity? Then what wisdom? Why are you wise if it's not to go do some charity? Oh, I just want to be wise so I could just sit here and just sound like something, right? Oh, they want you to respect their mind, right? Oh, he talked and he sounded like this and he sounded like that, and now I just want to follow him with my life, right? That's why they want wisdom, y'all. They don't want it for the sake of charity. And that's why they giving their body to be burned. They're going through all of that for it to profit them nothing. Now you see how our verse, how our chapter is a golden chapter. It's a golden chapter, y'all. It's the cheat sheet to this whole book, this whole life of truth, this whole everything we trying to learn, right? Guess what it is, y'all? Guess what the most high is? He is love, right? But what happened? What happened? We got hard-headed, we start messing with him, we start pushing hate, right? We rolled over on love and got over on the hate side. And now the most high is like, oh, yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to hate. You want to see who can win that battle? You think you can hate better than me? Let's let's make this ghetto real quick. Right? And slam the children of Israel in there, poor, hungry, right? That's why everybody is killing and murdering, and you know what I'm saying? What do? Surrender, get back right with them? No, we go worse. We go worse. Oh, I'm gonna take this gun, I'm gonna rob somebody because I'm poor, right? Oh, I'm gonna lie, steal, and cheat, right? Oh, I'm gonna find pleasures of the world. Now I'm a sex man, you know? Now I'm some type of pervert. I wake up in the morning looking for a woman, right? That's what makes me feel good. Now there's all of these diseases going on and all, you know what I'm saying? These STDs, things of this nature. Oh, I love food, right? Food. You eat nothing but a bunch of starch and bread, and you know, everything is breaking down into sugar. That's what's tearing us up, y'all. Sugar. Wherever it rests at, we got a disease there. Cataracts, it'll tear your eyes up, right? Dementia, it's in your brain, right? It's in your blood, diabetes, and then it rests on your pancreas, destroy that. If your pancreas, right? If your pancreas stop working, fam, you dead in 2 minutes. No, it's clogged with sugar, right? And what is this? Hate. Sugar wasn't in nothing, y'all. For many centuries of life, there was no sugar. Sugar is new, y'all. It's from like the 50s or something, the 40s or something, right? They just made this, y'all. It's not what's in the fruit. That's not what's in the fruit. And now they got you scared to eat fruit, which is the only thing that heals you. Oh, don't eat fruit because of that sugar. They don't say don't eat the fruit that we falsely made, right? Yeah, it's in the stuff that you made, that GMO garbage, right? That's not organic. All of this, man. It's oh man, it's so deep. But what is that? Hate. Hate, y'all. And this is what's happening in the world. We love hate when it, you know, benefits us. But we don't know that when we accept the hate that benefits us and we're able to play with that, we also accept the hate that we don't like, right? You're just as guilty of it. You're guilty of it, right? All of us, me included. I'm not above this. Now, am I a hater? No, I don't hate anybody. But if I did, and once upon a time when I did, right? Once upon a time when I did, right? So I talk like that, y'all. It's not because I'm guilty of it, but it's just because I don't want to separate myself from you, right? We are one. We are one. You know, one link can't make no chain, right? We got to strengthen the whole chain. If I'm one link, let's get two, three, four. You know what I'm saying? Let's make a chain out of this thing, right? And that whole chain got to be strong. If it's a weak one, pink, it's gonna pop. You know. So where are these people, man? Who are doing that? Who are making strong soldiers, man, in the forest of love, y'all? Nah, we're not doing that. We teaching hate, and guess what comes with hate? Every displeasurable emotion, y'all. Hate is over fear. You know what I'm saying? It's over confusion when you just don't know what to do. The people of God who fill up with the Spirit of God, man, we don't feel like we gotta hurry up for nothing, y'all. We turn right back into Adam, laying in that Garden of Eden, naming bugs. Oh, this is a cricket, right? Oh, we scared. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do that. I gotta go over there. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta flee. I gotta flee over here. Have you ever seen a scared person? Man, they they jump out the pot into the frying pan. Scary, not thinking, right? You run into something 10 times worse than what you run from. Like, right? Come on, baby. That is not of God. You know, that's the devil's emotions. And that's why he's the one who reaps you when you operate in those spirits. You know, when you operate in those spirits, he's on the other side, like, yeah, come on, come on. We got to learn how to run to the Most High if we are afraid. And what is he going to do? Is he coming out the sky scooping you up? Come on, baby, come on to heaven. Right? Nah, he's not doing that. But I bet you won't be scared no more. And he ain't took you out to earth. You still in the earth where all of the threats are. That's all they are, is threats. Think about that. The Most High don't threaten us with words. The Most High is not going to send a man coming to us saying, you better be scared. The Most High is getting ready to do this and that. Nah, when he say fear the Most High, fear the end. Fear the end. That's it. Fear the end. Right? So that means use the rest of your life and get right. Where's the panic in that? You calm. I do this. I'm guilty of that. Let me work on that. Let me fix that. Right? And that's how it's been in the past. Now, your brother, I'm back from the Sapphire, right? Oh, we got a cold shortcut, right? Start loving, you fix it all. Love won't let you do so many things. And love is strong enough. Love is stronger than all of that stuff, y'all. Could you harm your sons and daughters? Would you have to work on that? Would you have to work on gaining some feelings for your children? No, that's automatic. Oh, they fall, they scrape themselves. Oh, you were over there with the quickness, picking them up off the ground, right? You gonna rub some ointment on it. Hold up, you know. Oh, please don't get infected, right? Let me clean this clean this blemish out, right? Well, guess what? Acts of love, they're like children, right? Acts of love, y'all. What's an act of love? Me not firing up a blunt right here, right? That's an act of love, right? I love you guys too much for y'all to see that and think, oh, that's cool. Bronze is doing it, right? So it's not about that I got just, I'm so holy that I don't do those things. No, it's an act of love. I could struggle with it if I love it. What is that? Selfishness. When you can't stop, you're not thinking about anybody else. And when you're not thinking about anybody else, guess who else you're not thinking about? You're not thinking about yourself. That's why it says love your neighbor as yourself, right? If you don't love one, you're not going to love the other. And if you don't love the Most High, you're not going to love either, right? Yeah. So, you know, that's the ground that love is stretching across, right? Oh, it's so you can't do nothing, right? Now, if you do those things, you're careless. You're careless in your heart. And guess what? That has a being. That's a being, fam. This flesh ain't nothing. This drops, boom. And guess what's left? This invisible thing that these eyes can't see, but in the spiritual realm, you look like something. Your being, when this flesh falls, it looks like something that doesn't love. And guess what? There's a place for souls that don't love. It's already around right now. There's a waiting place for souls that lose their flesh, right? Yeah. And love is a place. I didn't know this. I, with my mind as clear as I speak to you right now, I went to the realm of love. I didn't know this. I'm like, whoa, I was blown away, y'all. And that's all that matters. I learned a lot of stuff, right? In my 15 years in this book and on this walk and in this life, I learned a lot of things, y'all. I learned a whole lot of stuff. But guess what? I dabbled around in the love here and there a little bit, my heart was open for whatever I would learn. I wanted all of the Most High. I wanted the good, the bad, the ugly. Fill me up with it, Father. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to understand all things. Love was one of those institutions that I respected, right? From my first time opening the book and getting in the Bible and learning, a lot of people run from the love. It makes them feel weird and funny, and they get all weird, right? I was receptive to that by the Most High, and I was a very vindictive person, right? A straight up poisoner, you know. Oh, don't make me mad. I'll be in your house while you gone, right? Messing with stuff, tainting stuff, right? Sitting back, waiting to see who gets sick, right? Oh man, I was a horrible soul, y'all. So that's who's talking to you, right? That's who love has transformed. Man, it's nothing greater. That's why I talk to you about it the way I talk to you about it. Man, don't nothing else mean nothing, y'all. Nothing else means nothing. Nothing else is going to save you. Everything else is just going to create another fight for you. That's all it's going to do. Unless you surrender unto the love, thine love. Okay? That's it. And that's all I'm going to push. And we're going to get in these scriptures, right? Wait on the God of peace, y'all. Who you waiting on? Stop listening to these men, right? I know we're not that silly, y'all. We know how to tell when somebody is just hella just benefiting off of us, right? And it's in their better interest to guide us in the directions that they guide us in, right? And it lines their pocket and it fills up their egos, and you know what I'm saying? Now, where is the guy who he don't stand to gain all of that, right? Where is the guy who's not after that? We read it yesterday, right? Not after filthy lucre. Not after filthy lucre, y'all. All right. Let's jump in this book. Let's jump in this book, y'all. Deuteronomy 3 and 22. Ye shall not fear them. Ye shall not fear who? Anybody. Nobody. Right? Nobody should we fear. Whenever you do something, it should not be because you scared of somebody, ever. Because guess what? If anybody is scaring you, guess who's in them? Right? I remember one of my family members did that to me. I was about 4 years old. I went to Sacramento, Oakland, something. I got a lot of family up there, right? But we got up there and they had like this compound. They had a compound. It was a building like a duplex, and everybody went on this side, but on this side was the young brother's side, right? And what he had did in there, he had covered all the windows up. He had it black dark in there. He had a fire lit, and he had a picture of the devil, right? He had a picture of the devil sitting on the floor in front of the fireplace, and he had some little thing burning in front of the picture, and then he had like some chips on the plate, and he was telling all the kids, go over there and get them chips, right? You want some chips? Go over there and get them chips. Crazy. I don't even know who he was. I can't remember his face. I don't know what his name was, but he was doing that to us, man. And you know, that's how young the devil start working fear on us, right? Working fear on us. So watch out for a fear mongerer, y'all. The Most High don't do that. The Most High has nothing to gain from you being afraid and then moving and doing all of this stuff in the earth, making all these moves in the earth because you're afraid. Nah, that's not how he worked. The Most High is slow and calm and patient and laid back, right? And he does not do anything in haste, right? So watch out for the people who got anything to gain from you being scared, y'all. They're not of God. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they did, right? Understand what signs and wonders are. Signs and wonders. That's what it said they would use to deceive who? Even the very elect. If Christ don't come out that sky, he gonna get us all, right? Yeah. You know, they're using signs and wonders, y'all. For the Lord, your God, he shall fight for you. The Most High gonna fight for us, right? How long? You know, forever. Every situation. It don't pertain to this, right? They about to blow this world up. Where you running? If they hit California with a nuke right now, I'm gone. What am I scared of? What am I running? How can I prevent that? You see how stupid fear get us to acting? How can I run? What can I do? You can't do nothing about that. Lean on the Most High, love the Most High, care for the Most High, y'all. What would He want you to be doing right now? He created you. He created you and the earth, right? Click my record button over here. He recorded you and the earth. So He didn't make no way for you. He just left you, huh? That's a faith issue, fam. He created you. He set up all this beautiful world for you, right? Brought you into this truth, taught you all that you know, told you you was an Israelite and all this. And then He's gone. He just left you. Now you need a man, right? You need to grab on to some man's coattail, right? And be a slave to his every word, right? He belittling you and berating you and do this and do that, brother, and this. Oh, if you don't do this, then you know what I'm saying? All of this fear. Brother asking, how can I get right, brother? I'm doing this, I'm struggling with that, right? What do I do? Oh, you come be submissive to us. Right? That was basically his answer. No, tell that man what to do, right? That's not the word of God. That's not the ministers of God, y'all. How do I get right? You go to your local shepherd. How do I get right? How do I get right with God? Right? How do I rise to the status of Job in the status of Elijah? Right? How do I rise to these statuses of these great men that I read about in the scripture? Oh, you got to come get up under us and do what we say, right? Your own belly, feeding your own belly. Nah. Organized religion, y'all. It's of the devil, right? Job chapter 14, he said he would be over the congregation. You know, the true man of the Most High, he don't desire no congregation, right? He don't desire no congregation, y'all. That's Satan, right? I could have a congregation or not, but everybody who dial into here, man, strengthen your mind and man, rest in the power of the Most High. And then let's talk. You don't need no congregation. You don't need no congregation, right? For people, I'm trying to do that, you know, because the people want something and they could come together. Nah, it don't have to be no congregation. You got your ark across town. Everybody meets up over there, and not on the Sabbath because that's for rest, right? But you got an ark across town. Everybody he throwing something. Y'all, everybody come over there. 100 people show up, right? All praises to the Most High. Y'all come together once a week, twice a week, something like that, you know. And you know, everybody is strong. Everybody got their mind right, you know. The little things that we struggle with and all of that, they ain't no problem when your mind is right. That stuff fades, right? The little things that you worried about, the little ailments that you worried about, you know, the little ways that you're less than perfect, the little faults that you have, and that stuff vanishes, y'all, with love, right? Every time we use the word wisdom, what is wisdom, y'all? It's the Holy Spirit, ain't she? And guess what she has? She has 9 fruits. She has 9 fruits. So if it ain't love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, faith, goodness, meekness, or temperance, then that ain't wisdom, y'all. Wisdom is coming from the word wise. So you think it's wise if a brother just sit up and say a whole bunch of stuff that sound good, and then when he's done, you haven't grown not a tiny bit in your charity. That ain't wisdom, y'all. You're gonna die. You're gonna die thinking that stuff is something. And the afterlife is just gonna tie it up for you. You knew all of that, right? You knew all of that. But guess what? You didn't think to love. That's what's happening in these judgments, y'all. That's how what you know is harming you, right? That's how what you know is condemning you. It's your conscience. You knew all of this stuff. You never tied together that that was for you to load up and give to somebody else. What did you do for anybody else with all you learned? So what did you do? You just kept it to yourself? And for your own benefit? Well, guess what that is? That's self-worship. That's what you did with your whole life. Wowzers. You see that? You see why the Most High is condemning so many people, y'all. He said he only taking a remnant. That's a few. According to all the people who have lived a life, the people that he saved ain't gonna be nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing. So many more people are gonna perish than the people that he saved. Why? Because they went against their very existence. Them even being created and getting a body and being put on this earth was an act of love. So you didn't return that? You're bad. You're a bad merchant. Yeah, you're a bad merchandise. If I'm sitting on a conveyor belt and my merchandise is coming down, the one that don't work, that's the person that don't love, right? That's the person who is born and does nothing, doesn't make it a point to give more to this earth than he takes from it. The person who gives more to the earth than they take from it, that's the person, right, with treasures in heaven, who's going to go somewhere else and continue, right? Ask me how I know, y'all. That's all you got to do is ask me how I know. Right? Deuteronomy 20:4. For the Most High, our power, is he that goeth with you. So when did that stop? That's done, huh? You don't get that. You, in order to qualify for this, you got to join some man's church, right? And when you leave that church, that's over, right? You see that? No, that's good. That came with you being born, right? He's going to guide us. He's going to guide our path, right? He ain't left us nor forsaken us. He's with us every day, right? Don't let nobody play a fearmonger for you, right? To fight for you against your enemies. What enemies? Whoever they are. Whoever they are. Whoever's coming in between you and him. You see that? And it's a lot of people coming in between you and him. And there's certain people that's guiding you to him. You see that? Yes, yes, yes. Right. He's going to fight for you against your enemies. Why? To save you. To save you, fam. To save you. He's going to fight for you against your enemies. Why? To save you. So when? Save you when? When is he going to save you? What is he saving you from? Right? Whatever he's saving you from, he ain't gonna let nothing get you. You ain't gonna wind up in no other hands other than his, even if you die. You see that? So why are we scared? Why are we talking this flea doctrine and all of this? Why are we scared, right? Watching politics like a hawk, scared for when they gonna shoot some nukes, right? I pop in on that every now and again, once a year maybe, right? Oh, they're really close, huh? It's been saying the same thing for so many years. I got a song. I got a song called Watch Me. Oh, I thought we were there, right? Oh, they made that sound like, oh, it's going down right now, right? Listen to that song. It's called Watchmen, right? I go into that news and I go into that and I tie it to the scriptures and what the scripture says and the Medes and all of that. Man, how long we gonna talk about these Medes, right? Oh, the Medes are gonna do this. The Medes are gonna do that. Oh, they just struck Iran. Oh, they just bombed Iran, right? How many times have we heard that stuff? Oh, we so scared on the edge of our seat, and we got people pumping this, right? What has that done for us? What has that profited us? All of that time we have spent in fear, we wasted. We wasted that, right? Oh, we wasted that time. We don't know. We're never gonna get that time back. We're never gonna get those emotions back, right? Am I saying nothing's gonna happen? No, but I'll tell you how I am. I'm not gonna live in fear, waking up every day scared for something that's only gonna happen one day. How many of my days did I ruin scared of this thing that's only gonna happen one day? Let it happen that one day, right? Oh, it's gonna happen next week. It don't happen. Oh, it's gonna happen next year. It don't happen. Oh, it's gonna happen the next 5 years, right? Y2K. I remember everybody was talking about that. Oh, the year 2000. Year 2000, nothing came. I didn't care about that. I kept drinking, gang banging, right? Doing whatever, running around. Oh, too bad, right? Y2K, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna party like it's 1999. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good. We're gonna party like it's 1999, and it was 1998, 97, 93. Not, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic hat came out, you know. Here we go, year 2000, nothing. They was just ready recently talking about some rapture. These people really, they really was gathering in places and things, right? Thinking they were really gonna get raptured. So where are those people now? I bet they hate the Bible. So who does that, y'all? Who sets you up like that? Who sets you up like that, fam? To fear this thing coming. And then it comes and nothing. But guess what? A whole lot of your money is in their pocket, right? And a whole lot of fear is in your heart toward who? Their master. Oh, excuse me. Their master, right? Because that's ours right there, right? You know, principalities, right? This, that, and the other, right? Spiritual wickedness in high places, right? Man, you better let a brother tell you who his master is. You better let a brother show you by uh the things that he fear and the things that's coming out of his mouth. You better let those things show you who people's masters are, y'all. Let's start discerning. and using our discernment, start using the discernment that the Most High gave us, right? And definitely don't be trapped. And don't think that if the Father take everything, that He ain't gonna give you everything. If He takes anything from you, would you fight for it? He wouldn't take nothing good from you. He wouldn't take nothing good from you. And that's for anything. If you got a lover that you're hanging on to, and you know they want to be gone, but they sticking around because you always crying and crawling on your knees, and you know what I'm saying? Doing all of these things, trying to please somebody, and you know what I mean? You out of your league with your spouse and all of this kind of stuff. Let them go. Go ahead, get on up out of here then. Right? We read that yesterday, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 7. All of these kind of things. Let things go, y'all. Learn how to lean on the Most High. If it don't come from the Most High, I don't want it. It's got to get out of my life. It's got to get out of my life. Why? Because it's going to do me harm one day. It's going to make my existence painful to where I lose this flesh and I'm not welcome into the realm of love because I have lived a life of hate. Because I let somebody disturb my peace constantly. You see that? Let things go. Never be afraid to be uncomfortable for a time for the sake of what the Most High wants to correct in your life. And what is that? That's Him fighting for us, right? To fight for you against your enemies. What is your enemies? Anything that would threaten you, y'all. Anything. We don't got to do nothing. He will remove it. You could try your best. You could try your best to hold on to it, and But if it's His will, it'll take your knuckles with it. Right? Let things go, y'all. Never be afraid to be uncomfortable for the sake of the Most High. Right? All of that, to be alone and all of that. Do you know if you can't be alone, you're not one of the chosen ones. The chosen ones, we are very rare, y'all. We're very rare. But we're about to come together. He's about to gather the elect to the elect. He's about to do that. And we're going to come together. We're going to be strong. And there is no problems among us. And nobody's greedy. And everybody understands the love. And everybody is 144% for charity. We're not going to be talking about what anybody's going to keep. We're fighting over who's going to give the most. No, take mine, not. Nah, take mine, not. That's how me and my ox do, We grin. I already gave it to him. You already gave it to him? Come on, man. Well, here, take some of this for me. Right? You'll never have a problem with brothers like that with greed. Brothers falling out over money. Brothers yielding their whole vessel, body, soul, and spirit over to Satan because something went wrong with some cash. Right? all of this type of activity, y'all, pay attention. We in these last days, baby. Now the last days are coming. Now they're coming. Right? And the wicked are getting aggressive, but guess who else is getting aggressive? The Most High is getting aggressive, y'all. And nobody ain't going to be able to play with Him and play with His word, play with His ordinances. You're going to clearly be able to see who is of Him or not. That's what we coming up on, right? Spiritual revolution, baby. It's a spiritual revolution. 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 17 tells us, ye shall not need to fight in this battle. What battle? None of them. Does the Most High change? Was it over? He said that, right? And then it was over. He didn't mean this no more, right? Malachi 3:6, he changed not. He is the same today, tomorrow, and forever, right? He still means this. Oh, but this don't pertain to you if somehow you winded up in some place called America, right? This is off. All bets is off on this, right? Now we need a man, right? And his words ain't giving us no comfort. When he talks about the fear that he mongers, we're left in a panic. We scared, people running off, right? People jumping on airplanes. They get over the seas. If you come over here and we didn't call you over here, right? People stranded all over the earth. It's control. It's control. Okay, well, since you're over there, go over here, holler at such and such. Well, no, they're not doing that, right? They punish you. Why? Control. You didn't listen to us, right? And you sitting there panicking. You shouldn't be panicking either, nor should they be playing their hand that they're playing, right? Nobody's respecting the Most High. Everybody's playing with the Father, right? But let's read this book. Ye shall not need to fight in this battle. Set yourselves, right? Set yourselves. What is that to do? What did he say? Sit down. Right? That's what it means to set yourself. That's biblical. That's biblical language for sit down, right? Set yourself, right? Stand ye still. Be still. Stop moving. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to go nowhere, right? He means this today. He means this in whatever situation you're worried about. I don't care if it's a bill, right? Whatever it is. That's how Satan threatens us, right? Real faith in the Most High, take it. Take whatever you want. I go lay in the ditch with my family, right? That's real faith. People are scared of that. Oh, but if I lay down, right? If I lay down in the ditch, then they're going to take my kids, right? They're going to take my kids and then my kids. You worried about your kids? Those ain't your kids. Them the Most High kids, right? And anybody who would disagree with what I'm saying right now, I know how strong what I'm saying. I know how strong it is, right? I know how strong that is. And I know how crazy I sound to a lot of y'all. But guess what sounds normal to y'all? That you're scared to lose anything, children, whatever, possessions, whatever. And guess who's on the other side just benefiting from that, y'all? It's not the Most High. It's not the Most High. Oh, I got him now. He ain't gonna be scared. He ain't gonna want to lose this. So in the end, guess what you're doing? Your booty is in the air, whatever, right? Whatever. You're scared to death, right? Oh, your soul is gone. The Most High don't want nothing else to do with you no more because of something you were scared to lose. The Most High is above and beyond all that stuff, y'all. Give your life. Die. Die and then go ask the Father, what was that about, Father? It was about this paradise right here. Oh, right? Gold paved streets, right? We break dancing on 24 carats, right? Are you sad? Oh, I felt it. I felt some of that. I know how that feels. Wasn't worried about nothing. Wasn't sad about nothing. That once put me in 6 months of depression. I wasn't even taking a bath, y'all. I was drunk. Somebody took care of me. There's somebody out there walking around saying, I took care of him for like 6 months when his brother died, right? That didn't hurt. There was no pain, right? When he say, I will wipe all tears from their eyes, oh my goodness, y'all. Submit yourself to the Most High. Don't fight the Most High. Don't let nothing make you fight him. Let him take whatever he wants. Now that's a message of faith right there that you're not going to get out there. Ain't nobody going to talk to you like they benefit off of what you have. They don't want you to lose it. I'm for my Father alone, nothing else. Right? All of this stuff is going to move around. It's going to move around. You're going to have it. You're going to lose it. You're going to get it back. You're going to have it again. You ain't going to have it. You're going to look up. It's going to come back. Right? You're going to lose something. You're going to lose the best thing you ever had. And then better going to come. Better than what you ever had. Right? And then you're going to lose that. And then something better than that. You see what I'm saying? And what I want to do right now is just simmer the soul. Simmer the soul down. Don't worry about nothing, family. Right? Ye shall not need to fight in this battle. Set yourselves. Sit down. Right? Stand ye still. Don't move. That's what that means. And see the salvation. Oh, not the salvation. The salvation. The salvation, y'all. What's more important than that? Ain't that why we're all doing this? He's telling you, you don't have to do anything. You don't got to fight no battle for that. You don't got to jump up for that. You got to set yourself. You got to sit down. You don't got to run anywhere. You got to stand still and see what? And see your salvation. See the salvation of the Lord with you. He's with you. Who? Oh, Judah, right? The so-called African American in the earth. He's Judah, right? And Jerusalem. Who is that? Or when they put Judah in Jerusalem, Judah is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern kingdom. Jerusalem is okay, that's the city of the Most High. He's talking to us at that time, right? Fear not, nor be dismayed. Worry, right? Distraught is what dismayed is. You know what fear not is. Don't be scared, right? Tomorrow, go out against them. Go out against who? Go out against whoever. Go out against whoever. Don't go out for them, because that's your other option. Either you go out against them or you go out for them. Don't let them make you for them through fear. That's what they do. Ain't that what every bully ever did? Jump up over the top of you with his big one. He bigger than you, right? He's stronger than you. Give me your lunch money, right? Out of fear you. Here's my lunch money, right? And then he just get worse and worse. Now he don't even ask you no more. He just grab you by your ankles and just shake all the change out your pockets now, right? He gets worse and worse as it goes. Once you submit to him once, right? So go out against them. Don't go out with them. And that's what they're going to do. They use the things that you fear, right, to work you under their subjection and submission, right? Nah, our submission is to the Most High, right? For the Lord will be with you. The Most High is with us, y'all. He's with us. Don't let nobody make you think he's not. Don't let nobody make you believe that you need anything in this earth, a man or otherwise, nothing in this earth to get the Most High. The Most High, he's connected to you from another world before you got here. So he's with you while you're here, whether you have anything or not. A lot of people ain't even interested in you unless you could pay a tithe. Your soul means nothing, right? If you can't benefit who? Them, right? Deuteronomy 1:30. The Lord your God, right? The Lord your God, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you. Nah, somebody else gonna fight for me, right? I'm gonna fight for myself, right? No, that ain't what it say. The Most High gonna fight for us. He got his best interest at heart, you know, at all times, y'all. At all times. You know, he's thinking about us. He got us worked into, peace, and salvation. He got us worked into that. What does he want from us? We're going to talk about it. And he's the one who benefits, right? He's the one who benefits, right? He shall fight for you according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. What did they do to deserve what happened in Egypt, right? How were they saved? What did they have to do? Right. It was all of their means. It was nothing to worry about, right? Put some blood on your doorpost. What is that? Obedience, instruction, right? Did that require you to drain yourself under some man and to be uncomfortable? Anything that makes you uncomfortable, fam, that that feeds another man, it's not of the Most High. It's not of the Most High, y'all. He's a free will God, right? He's giving you the choice to serve him or not, ain't it? You can serve him or be free, run the world, right? Eat all the pigs, right? And have all the intercourse you want until your time's up. That's how he is, ain't he? That's how our Father is, y'all. Do whatever you want. Run the world, run wild, right? That's how he is. He's not forcing us into anything. Now, if you want to come and you want to come to him, be ready to fight some temptations, right? Temptations is what you fight. Temptations is what you got to worry about. Not some man, right? Not what some man can do to you. Matter of fact, there's one that says, I will not fear what man can do unto me. Right? So what you doing? You fearing the man? Oh, these brothers got so much control. People are so scared. They're so afraid. They talk big and bad in his absence, right? And then you see them in front of the man and they act dumb. They act like they wasn't saying the stuff that they were saying in his absence. Oh, I don't know nothing. Huh? You knew everything in his absence, right? Oh, I don't know. I just heard about it like you. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Lying through their teeth, man. Right? Scared of men, y'all. Malachi 3:6. For I am the most high, your power. I change not. He don't change, y'all. He doesn't change. You know? He was talking about he was going to fight for us back there. He going to fight for us now. When is that over? When does that stop? It never does, fam. You will see many earths before that stops. You understand? This little earth ain't nothing, y'all. Ask me how I know. This little earth ain't nothing. There's going to be we're going to see many earths come because we're under the goodness of the Most High, and whatever he creates eons in the future, billions of years, however, right? We'll be there, right? We will be there. So he changes not, y'all. He don't change. He still feels how he felt when he said whatever he said. Why? Because therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Because we'd be consumed if he changed. He told us this. He told us to be strong and be courageous and have a good courage and be strong and have a good courage. And then we were strong and had a good courage. And then you just saw this person get snuffed out, being strong and having a good courage, right? You think that the Most High rolled over on therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed? It's not talking about this flesh often, right? He grants us peace in this earth. Don't get me wrong. He's going to grant us a whole lot of peace in this earth, right? But that's just a part of existing, right? But we're going to deal with some problems too. We're going to deal with some problems. But when we understand the grand scheme of things, them little problems ain't nothing. They're not nothing, y'all. They don't mean anything. But if he changed, we would be consumed, y'all. If he stopped fighting for us, we will be consumed. But guess what? You're not. You're not consumed. So who is it that steps up and says you will and says you need to worry, right? And leaves you all messed up, right? And scared and full of fear, right? And guess what? A lot of us are scared. We don't know we scared. I'm talking to somebody else. I ain't scared of nothing. But I'm listening to the speech and I break it down and they're like, wow, I didn't even know. I didn't even know I was scared. I'm scared. Like whoa, I am scared. Yeah. You didn't know because they did us like the frog in the pot syndrome, right? That water wasn't hot when the frog got in there, but that fire is on that joker. And you're a little bit warmer and a little bit warmer and a little bit warmer. The next thing you know, you're numb, right? You're numb before you ever felt the sting, right? And then you just cook in the pot, right? That frog is still in his position and the water is boiling, right? That's how they do us with these fear tactics. We actually thought we was at peace. We wasn't at peace. My blood pressure was high in the mug, right? And I'm thinking I was laid back. No. Fear mongering. Oh, do this, do that. If you don't do this, that's gonna happen. I had the beans and rock through that stuff out, right? Beans and rice, right? Worry about this, worry about that. Hebrews 13:8, right? Yahshua the Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Christ don't change either. You know, Malachi 3:6 told us that the Most High don't. Guess what? His son don't either. So why are you? Why are you one way today and another way tomorrow? Don't let no man knock you off of how you want to be, who you want to be. You want to be calm or you want to be afraid, right? Then be calm then. Rest in the Most High. Rest in his love. And know that no matter what happens in this earth, he got you. And you're going to be all right. He guided you when you wasn't looking out for yourself. And you might mess it up trying to look out for yourself, right? You got everywhere you got without doing nothing. Just waking up in the morning, right? You probably would have got there faster if you didn't cripple it with the things that you were trying to do, right? Relax, y'all. Relax. When the Most High speaks to you, oh my goodness, right? Whatever you did when the Most High finally says, blah, blah, blah. And here you is done worked all kind of stuff, did all kind of stuff. And you just feel stupid. I done felt stupid so many times. I done worked so hard, did all of this, stacked all this up, built that up, right? And then the Most High was like, guess what? Blah, blah. And it was so easy. And I was mad at all of the time and effort and work I spent doing something else. Like, man, I never needed to do that. What was it about? Just resting in his love and showing love, right? Doing charity and sharing what you have and sharing a word and talking his word, right? Spreading love. It's what this existence is about, y'all, right? Joshua 23:3, and ye have seen all that the Lord your God have done unto all these nations because of you, because of you. What he's done to all of these nations. So we're fearing nations now? We're scared of what they're going to do? Oh, we got to do something now, right? We got to do something for what? So that we don't get blown up. Oh, so that we got some food when it goes down, right? Oh, we got something to worry about, right? Oh, we got to latch on. We got to latch on to some person, right? So that we can be all right and make it out of this by the Most High, right? Hmm. Nah, that's not the way. For the Lord your God is he. No, that person is he. For the Lord your God is he that has fought for you. Nah, this other guy, a man shall buy me, right? A man's gonna save me. Oh, he has all the plan. The Most High is only talking to him, right? In his little circle of folks, right? Come on. Come on, buddy. Let's sober up, y'all. Let's sober up, right? And I'm not saying that you own drugs and alcohol. That's not what sober is. Sober is anything that takes you out of your natural mind, ain't it? Yes. So somebody got you out your natural mind. Who benefits from that? Not the Most High. He's not the author of confusion, right? But of peace, right? He didn't give us the spirit of fear, right? But of love and power and of a sound mind. A sound out for sober, right? Be ye sober, because the devil is scouring the earth looking for who? Somebody who ain't sober, right? Somebody who can be scared, somebody who can be made angry, right? Somebody who can be confused, right? Somebody who can be sad, somebody who can fear being sad. I don't want to be sad, so I'm gonna be all this other stuff because I'm scared to be sad. Go ahead, be sad for a while. You know, the Most High is close to those who are in sorrow. He talks about that. We've talked about it here. We brought that out here, right? Go back through these lives, if not for nothing else, then just for what's coming out of this book. Go back through them lives, y'all. Watch them joints, right? Joshua 23:10. One man of you shall chase 1,000. One man shall chase 1,000 men, right? If it be the Most High's will. Why? For the Lord your God, he it is that fighteth for you. When the Most High fighting for you, one man tear 1,000 up, right? So what are you scared of? What are you worried about? What do you think you have to do that the Most High can't do, right? Most High don't need us for nothing, right? Yes, yes, yes. As he has promised you, he promised us that. Do you believe him? That's why I say it's a faith issue when we fall off from this, because he promised us this. He promised us not to worry about nothing. He's going to fight for us. So what are we doing? We trying to fight for ourselves? You can't. It ain't nothing you can do. It ain't nothing the young man's going to be able to do. Right? So what chance do an old man got? What chance do a baby got? If the young muscular man ain't gonna be able to save himself. Just relax out there, y'all. Just relax and live. Relax and live and love life, right? And love air, love the sun beating down on you, right? Love drinking water, right? Love your family, right? And fill up with the holy Rawah, right? With this breeze coming, breathing, right? In through your nose, out through your mouth, right? All praise to the Most High. We ain't got nothing to worry about. This is going to tell us. Isaiah 30 and 15. For thus saith the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, right? He flexing. He's giving you his titles and things. Like, this is me talking to you, baby, right? What is he going to tell us? In returning and rest shall you be saved. In returning and rest. What is that, y'all? Returning, repenting. Same word in the Hebrew. Right? Returning, repenting. And in rest. What is that? Sabbath. Keep that Sabbath. That's where your problem should be. You don't let somebody knock you off the Sabbath. That's what's solidifying you for this help. Right? In returning and in rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence. In quietness, no, and loud in chaos. In quietness and in confidence. No, in worry, right? In worry and fear and anger and all of these other emotions, right? No, confidence. What is confidence? Faith. Faith, y'all. Confidence, knowing, I know this, right? This has to work. This doesn't work no other way. It works this way. That's confidence, right? Assuredness, right? I'm chilling, baby, right? And quietness. You see that? That shall be your strength. Quietness and confidence shall be your strength, right? But you would not. But the Most High is like, but you won't. You won't chill. You won't lean on me. I got you. I'm not going to let nothing happen to you, right? But you would not is what that means. But you would not. But you won't. You won't chill. You won't lean on me. You won't rest on me. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want to jump out your seat. You want to try to solidify this. You want to lean on this person, right? What's the opposite of quietness and confidence? Chaos and fear. Running around, right? He's making it plain, ain't he? Isaiah 31 and 4 through 5. For thus has the Most High spoken unto me. What has he spoken unto you, Isaiah? Right? Like as a lion and a young lion roareth on his prey, right? When a multitude of shepherds, right, is called forth against him, right? What is that? Like a lion or a young lion roareth on his prey, right? Can you imagine that? A lion is over his prey, right? That's how the Most High spoke to him, right? You see that? Like as a lion, and the young lion roareth on his prey, right? For the for the right, for this has the Lord spoken unto me, the Most High speaking. Like what? Like as a lion roareth, right, on his prey. What is he saying? When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him. Yikes, y'all. Multitude of shepherds, a whole bunch of people leading congregations, right? Falsely in the Most High. They're supposed to be leading them for him, but he's against them. You see this? When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice. Could that be you guys that's caught up in these, in these organized religions? A whole bunch of shepherds. Oh, let them all go crazy on me. Let them all talk what they're going to talk. I will not be afraid of their voice, right? Nor abase himself for the noise of them. Nor will I put myself down for their noise, right? For what their problems are, the things that they're yelling about, right? So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion. The Most High is going to come, right? And back them up off of you. That's who going to back them up off of you, right? And who's Mount Zion? You, right? When they trespass against Mount Zion, they put themselves against Mount Zion. And now they're working themselves into where the Most High is going to have to come down and free Mount Zion from them. Do you see that? That's crystal clear, y'all. Who? The shepherds. You can't trust them just because they're a shepherd. No, right? Try the spirits that they are of God, is what that scripture say, right? And for the hill thereof. Who is the hill? Right? The Mount Zion, the mountain of Zion, ain't it? 5, as birds flying, so will the Most High of hosts defend Jerusalem. Oh, when he come, he gonna come swift, ain't it? Defending also, he will deliver it. We need to be delivered, man. Right? And passing over, we familiar with the Passover, right? He does a lot of passing over. It wasn't just that isolated incident, right? And passing over, he will preserve it. He's going to pass over it. He's not going to destroy it. But it's a lot of people getting on the wrong side of him, y'all. And guess who's not? Ask me how I know. Right? Hold on. Let me just show it. Let me just show it one time. Let me just go on and freeze for a moment and show it. Oh, I just want to show it. Real quick, y'all. Right fast. I just want to freeze and show it. I love looking at it, man, because it brings back a lot of that feeling, y'all. This place, Kapow, it has a feeling, you know. It has, right? But let's get back to this book. Get back to this book, Kapow, Jeremiah 50 and 34. Their Redeemer is strong. Your Redeemer is strong, y'all. Right? It ain't nothing that he can't collect you from. You see that? The Lord of hosts is his name. That ain't his name. His name is a height. Right? He shall thoroughly plead their cause. And when he pleads, he's not begging, right? He thrashing you. That's the way he pleads, right? He wouldn't have to plead if you would just act right. But when he pleads, oh, he's going to chew you up, right? He's thrashing you when he pleads, right? He don't do that pleading that we got to do, begging and all of that. Nah, he going to thrash you, right? That he may give rest, that he may give the Sabbath to the land, right? That what is that? The 1,000-year rest, ain't it? That 1,000-year rest is connected to you keeping this Sabbath every week. Why are we playing with that again? Can somebody tell me why we're playing with that? Right? And disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Right? A lot of people are Babylonian, y'all. Yeah, we got this truth in our mouth, and we got an afro and an afro pick, right? And we got locks and this and that, and we for the struggle and it blah blah, right? Nah, you're a Babylonian at heart and mind, buddy, right? Be sure that this ain't any of you, right? Be a Hebrew at heart, right? That's who we be. We're not Babylonian at heart. If you rolling over for anything for money, you are Babylonian. If you are scared, right, you are leaning in the way of a Babylonian, y'all. You got to lean up out of that. You got to get up out of there. The people of the Most High are calm and laid back and ain't worried about nothing, right? And if a man come foul out his mouth at us, right, anything that makes us any type of doormat or anything like that, we know that the love don't do that, you know, and he stands to lose us, right? You know, are we gonna what? We gonna box it out with him? Nah, we're not those kind of people. But man, his phone will stop ringing, right? He'll stop hearing from us. He'll stop seeing us. We don't want to be with no chaos, right? Yeah, he stands to lose us. Let's not be Babylonian at heart, y'all, right? Let's get fed with the heritage of David, right? And if we should do that, let's get that. Let's get that scripture. It wasn't a part of this, but I'm going to throw it in here, right? We're going to go there really quick and grab that. Isaiah 58, right? Isaiah 58, and we know what that verse is about. We know what that whole chapter is about. Right? It's talking about the Sabbath, y'all. It's talking about the Sabbath. It's a precept, right? It's a direct precept. We see that rest in there, right? And disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So when you feel with the heritage of your father Jacob, you're not going to be disquieted. And he has already did this, right? The inhabitants of Babylon, right? It's quieted. And that's why we got to have this talk right now. Because as much as we think we're different, we be a lot like them, you know? We be a lot like the Babylonian mind. And that's what we got to come off of. And that's why we're having this discussion right now, right? Isaiah 58:13. If thou shalt turn away thy foot from the Sabbath. Game over. Game over right there. Hold on. What the other one say? That he may give rest to the land. That's the Sabbath, y'all. He gonna give you rest, or else you're gonna be disquieted with the rest of the inhabitants of Babylon, right? But if you should accept that rest, right? Let's read it. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, right? When you turn away your foot, it's the Sabbath, and this is the world. This is your house. This is the world. This is your feet. To turn your feet away from the Sabbath is to do this and go back in your house. You see that? That's to turn your foot from the Sabbath, right? From doing thine own pleasures, right? On my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, right? Honorable, and shall honor him. We're doing all that just by keeping the Sabbath, right? Not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, right? 14, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord. Then are you scared? Can anything make you afraid when you're in that state right there? When you have that established between yourself and the Most High, nothing can touch you, right? And I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth. How does he do that? With diamonds and gold? No, he's going to tell you. How? How? And feed thee with the heritage of Jacob, thy father, right? The heritage of Jacob is rich, y'all. That's all you need. When you fill up with the heritage of Jacob, man, you don't need nothing in this world, right? Because his heritage is everything. It's directly connected to everything that the Most High is. And it's everything that they lied about in the earth and messed up and hid, right? And guess what you're going to want to do? You're going to want to plant a vineyard and show love. Period. Right? Oh, you're going to want to give charity. You're going to want to do for others. That's all this is. That's what the whole law is. That's what the whole law, prophet, gospel, that's what it all is, fam. Charity. What you do for another. Now, stop a minute and think about this person. First of all, if you're giving something, baby, you got something. You will always have something. Guess what else? You're in a great mood. You're in a good mood. You're worried about this, that, and the other. You're scared. You're not scared. And I saw that. It became clear to me. And what did I tell y'all? I'm going to be running around helping people. While this place is blowing up, who can I help? Right? You see that? Because that's the spirit that it puts in you. Oh, I'm going to be so full. I got some beans over here, y'all. You know, I got some chickpeas. Oh, you hungry? You been hungry? You ain't ate? You dirty? You been running and hiding under rubble? You run into me, right? You ain't ate in days. Man, I got some food over here. I got some place where they can't see us. They radars and all of that. They infrared, none of that stuff can see us over here where I'm hiding at. I got food down up in there and everything. We could start a fire up, get warm, right? Man, I'm going to love doing stuff like that in the Armageddon, man. Bring it on, right? I'm ready. Let's go, right? So who's scared? We scared? Scared of what? Scared for what? We're gonna die. You see that every day. Somebody died today, right? They got shot. Nah, they didn't get shot. They got stabbed. Nah. Or they had a car accident. No. They was eating. They was eating food, right? That's all they was doing was eating food, right? That didn't agree with their body and clogged up their organs and took them out, right? That's all they did, right? 14, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride on the high places of the earth and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father. Why? For the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. Because I told you I will, right? Directly connected to the Sabbath, y'all. So somebody got you breaking this Sabbath? Isaiah 48:17. Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord thy God, which teacheth thee to profit. Right? I'm the one that shows you anything that you benefit from. Right? Which leadeth thee by the way, right? That thou shouldest go. So, uh, he's leading you where you got to go. You don't got to worry about that. Oh, where do we go? What do we do? Just chill, right? And when his revelations come, they're so clear. They're so clear, y'all. I don't worry about anything anymore. I'm not in a hurry to do anything anymore, right? And you just be chilling, and then the thought just comes, do this. It's like, man, I knew not to worry about that, right? You just get a thought. It comes as just a thought, and it's crystal clear, and it works. And it's the only thing you need. Learn how to start leaning on the Most High, y'all. We didn't need no instructions, no roadmap for no part of this life. The Most High guided us. Didn't he or did he not? Right? Was your elder in the hospital room and guided you out of the hospital room and guided you through your life? Or was that the Most High? Right? You know? Nah. You don't need anybody. You need the Most High. You need a good heart. That's what you need. Work on your heart, y'all. And if anybody told you that, they wouldn't be able to ring you out with some funky chorus that Jeremiah 23 dissed. Read Jeremiah 23. Or a matter of fact, get what we brought out. It was called The Good, Bad Shepherd. Right? Because there's some good, there's some bad, and that's no different than that tree of evil. Right? It got some good in it. It's the tree of good and evil. And the Most High said to stay away from that tree, right? Because it's gonna reel you in with some good stuff, and then you got, baby. By the time you realize what's going on, you got a stomach full of that fruit, right? You in trouble, right? Signs and wonders. Oh, the signs and wonders. Oh. Signs and wonders make you go reel you in, right? By signs and divine wonders, right? That Antichrist is going to work. Man, that Antichrist, he's in the earth already. And he's in so many men. Who was that? Anybody speaking against charity? That's who. Philippians 4 and 6. Be careful for nothing, Nah, worry about this. Worry about that. Right? We're going to get some more of this. But in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made unto the Most High. Pray, pray for whatever you care about. If you care about that thing, right? If it won't let your mind rest, if you worry, that's what it is to be careful. You're worried. You're worried about something. And that's telling you be worried about nothing. All right. Proverbs 3 and 5 through 6. This the one that got me. This the one that pulled me into the whole truth. This scripture right here, right? Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Nah, pieces of your heart missing. Pieces over there. Pieces of your heart feeling your feelings being pulled this way and pulled that way. Nah, you gotta trust in him with your whole heart. Your whole heart gotta go in one direction to him. And then tell me what you're worried about once you get it like that, right? Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not onto your own understanding, right? 6, in all thy ways, in everything you do, acknowledge him. Think about him before you do whatever you do, right? In all thy ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. When he's talking to you, you're going to see clear, and you probably won't go back to church, right? Man, these cats playing with me. I ain't going back over there, right? Right? When the Most High get to talking to you, man, can't nobody run no circles around you, play no games with you, right? And if it's about clumping up together, man, that's what it's about then. That's your reward, right? That's your reward. Anything that stops you, that's your reward. Oh, but I love this and I love that and I love such and such and I can't leave so and so. Okay, then you just put all of that above the Most High then, because Satan is going to use everything in the earth, everything in the world can yield over to Satan, and he can use that and keep you trapped. So the Most High is like, you either choose me or you choose that stuff, right? We got to choose the Most High. The Most High is the Most High alone. Nothing is attached to him. No physical thing is attached to him. Nothing. Satan can use all that stuff, right? And you live your whole life out attached to that stuff. And then at the end of your life, guess who's showing their teeth at you? Satan. Come on. Come on, but come on home. No, no, don't run from me now, right? Psalm 55 and 22. Cast thy burden upon the Most High. No, cast it somewhere else, right? Where you casting your burdens at? The things you worry about. Who's fixing that for you? Right. Supposed to be nobody but the Most High. Because if a man fix it for you, then guess what? He's Lord over you now. You owe him. Right? And guess what? You paying like a mug too. Yeah. Yeah. And he shall sustain me. The Most High will sustain us, y'all. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So we should be able to lean on righteousness. We should be able to always choose the righteous choice and be all right. We're going to be all right, y'all, choosing that righteous choice. And there's going to be a whole lot of struggle in between there sometimes, you know. Sometimes we're going to meet discomfort choosing the right. What? Have you not met discomfort choosing the wrong choice? Any choice that you have chosen, did you not meet some discomfort? We're running from discomfort. That's crazy, right? Psalm 34 and 5 to him and were lighted, right? They were lightened, for their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried. That's who's crying, the poor man, right? And that's who's lining up with this, the poor man. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him. He hears us, y'all. We're gonna do that one. We're gonna go into that. He hears the poor, right? And saved him out of all his troubles, right? You have a trouble, you got something you worried about, right? You got somebody using fear, right? Fear mongering on you, right? Got you acting right because of some fear that you have they pushed on you, right? Well, this is your key to them shackles, right? This poor man cried, and the father heard him and saved him out of all your troubles. No, just some of your troubles. Nah, just 30%. Nah, just 75. All your troubles, right? Including everything that you can possibly worry about, right? And it's finna get real. It's finna get real, right? 7. And the angel of the Lord encampeth round about. You got angels watching around you. What about them? No, but you need deacon such a much, right? And you need what's his name? You know, pastor such and such. See that? You got angels watching over you, right? Encamping round about them that fear him, right? So you either fear the Most High and have those angels camped around about, or you really are in the hands of your shepherds, right? And these crooked people that are in the earth, right? With this false cloak for the Most High, you know? Yeah, I'm here to defend this book, right? I'm a child of what this is saying, so I'm bringing it out, you know? Whoever it cuts, you shouldn't have been on the wrong side of this. You shouldn't have played with this. That's not my fault. It's not my fault you played with this, right? You didn't ever think the most high was gonna bring you to a head with what you done did with this book. It's time, buddy. Whatever blessed ears fall upon this, right? Yes, yes, yes. Let's keep on getting it. Psalm 27 and 14. Wait on the most high. Wait on him. How do you wait? What are you doing while you wait? If you're waiting, what are you doing? Right? Man, sit back, put your hands in your lap, relax, and watch all of these threats be made towards you and watch them just dissolve themselves. They ain't got nothing on this man of war right here, right? Whose name is a higher that the world knows as God, right? Be of good courage. No, be scared. And he shall strengthen thine heart. He gonna let you fail, right? He gonna let your heart fail, right? Wait, I say, on the Lord. Right? That's what we do. We wait on him, y'all. We wait on him. He gonna take care of us. Whatever we lack, he gonna put there. He has always done it. Don't let nobody slide in between that and make you feel like you toast without them. Lies, lies, organized religion, y'all. by all means, keep the people here, right? So what they got to do, they got to monger fear, right? Second, you realize, right, that it's Richard Pryor with his bears, that is bells and whistles behind the big statue of the Oz. When you realize it's him in there with some bells and whistles, he loses you. He loses you, right? Psalm 31 and 24. Be of a good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, right? In that order, right? You're going to be brave. You're going to stand up in the name of the Most High, right? He's going to strengthen your heart, right? No, he strengthened your heart first, and then you're of a good. No, you got to be of a good courage. Courage means you're half scared, but the other half of you is like, forget this. I'm jumping out this window on faith. That's courage, right? There is some fear. There is some fear present in courage, right? Because you got to have courage to do something, right? So that means you're sitting in an afraid state, but the other half rises up in courage. And that's what jumps you out the window, right? And when you jump out that window, then, right, shall the strength come into your heart in that order, right? All ye that hope in the Lord, right? So we're hoping in him, but we don't know how. We're hoping in him, but we're afraid, right? That's what that courage is. Half afraid, half what? Half hoping in the Father. You see that? So that courage, that's us acting on the side that hopes in the Father. And what is he going to do? He's going to strengthen our heart. So then you look up and it's not false. That fear is gone, right? And that courage has turned into strength in the heart. You see that? And what do you do with your heart, y'all? What do you do with your heart? You love, baby. Everybody want heart. What you want a heart for? If you ain't going to love, you don't need no heart. if you're not about to bring charity out of it. You see that? That's what you want a heart for, right? They call everything having heart now. You had that heart, and what'd you do? You came out and you took care of people. You did good deeds for people, right? That's what the heart is for. Now we call it heart when you're doing anything, right? When you're doing something courageous, courage, right? Now we're having courage in all of this junk, you know? Nah, all of that stuff. It profited us nothing according to our chapter, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 13. If you don't know what chapter I'm talking about, if it's your first time tuning in, right? Isaiah 30 and 18. And therefore will the Most High wait. Oh, but he's waiting, right? That he may be gracious unto you. That's how he waits. Oh, he's taking so long, right? Because if he come now, you probably ain't ready. He'll have to kill you, right? Nah, get this lesson that we talking about right now. So now your heart is right. Now he can come. This is what's sealing the 144. That's what's sealing them, y'all. It's the love. We got, man, right now, we got a whole bunch of big bad prophesiers and language speakers, and we got a lot of people giving their body to be burned, and we got a lot of people bestowing all their goods, but they're bestowing them for the wrong reasons and all that. We got that. We've had 144 of them since the beginning of the earth, right? Nah. We're teaching it now, right? This is what counts. Right? And therefore, will the Most High wait that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted. He's not being exalted right now. Everybody got him on the back burner, y'all. If they had him on the front burner, they would be teaching this, right? They would be teaching this charity, you know? Yes, yes, yes. That he may have mercy upon you, right? Right? Now we're ready. Now, because he's ready to have the mercy. But this is why he waits. Right? Because we ain't in line with that mercy right now. If he come right now, he got to kill a lot of us, right? For the Lord is a God of judgment. And now you see how his judgment got you covered, right? It's going to tell you even in your sins. It's going to tell you that, right? You don't even got to worry about your sins. You scared that you ain't going to be right by the time it's time for this? No. The lesson is flying right now. And it ain't about you being perfect. It's about you loving. Be perfect, probably won't ever do that. Nobody would be saved if we had to be perfect, right? If we had to never make a mistake and we just so on top of our game that nothing ever goes wrong, right? No, that ain't never it, y'all. Never was it. The Most High never required that of you. He required for you to open up your heart and love. That's how you get on the right side of this salvation. And we're gonna prove it. Well, it's already been proved since we've been talking so far, but it's going to be further proved, right? Just keep listening. For the Lord is a God of judgment. His judgment, man, we're covered in it already. Blessed are all they that wait for him. No, do what you do right now. You figure it out yourself and jump off the boat. And, I got to do this. No, you wait for him. He'll give you the instruction. You don't got no instruction right now because he hasn't given it to you. Oh no, worried. I'm worried. I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do? He hasn't instructed you. He haven't given it to you yet. He's giving it to you now. Right now, he's giving it to you. Right now, he's speaking. Right now, it's in the earth. Ask me how I know. I know because I've been here. These are the words of this realm. These are the words of this realm. This is the path back to this realm right here. Right? That is pure love and tranquility and joy. Right? Yes, yes, yes. I am speaking to you the way of the sapphire. Right? This is the way. Huh? Psalm 130 and 5 through 8. I wait for the Lord. My soul does wait. And is his word, and in his word do I hope. Or you hoping in somebody else's word, right? 6, my soul waited for the Lord more than they which watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning, right? More than you want to see another day, this person is waiting on the Most High, right? Who is King David, right? 7, let Israel hope in the Lord. That's who we hope in. According to Matthew 6, we lean on him, right? We lean on his ways. We know that he got us, right? Don't worry about what to eat, drink, right? Or wherewith shall we be clothed, right? Says all of that. in that chapter. That's what we're hoping for, right? For with the Lord there is mercy. There's mercy with him, y'all. He ain't gonna let us get thrashed out here. And if he does, man, that's a part of getting to that realm I went to. Right? That's a part of getting there, y'all. We ain't gonna keep this flesh and this heartbeat intact if we're gonna go there, right? Everybody want to go to heaven, nobody want to die, right? That part. Yeah. And with him is plenteous redemption. Plenteous redemption, y'all. What is redemption? That means he's coming to get us. That's what that means. That means he's coming to get us. So you worry about how you're going to get here and get there and do this and do that. And man, that's fear mongering, man. That's control, right? You can control a scared person. Oh, they're going to listen to whatever. When you say get over here, they're going to get over there up next to you, right? They can't go their own way and do their own thing and, be about them and their self and their family, right? If they scared, they're going to believe they need something else in the earth. Soon as something flex on you like you need it, it is not of the Most High. The Most High does not have to do that. And the men of the Most High don't have to do that. If you're with a man of the Most High, you're going to be there because you want to, not because he pushed no fear on you, right? That's real love, right? Real love don't need fear tactics, you know. You're there because we rock, right? 8, and he shall redeem Israel from all of his iniquities, even from your sins. You worried about sin? Oh, you better stop doing this. You better put that down. You better blah, blah, right? You can't be doing that, right? Well, you're going to go to hell. You doing that. Nah, fix your heart. Fix your heart, and the iniquities are involved. Haven't I been telling y'all that? I've been telling y'all that, haven't I? Yes, I have. Psalm 37 and 32 through 37. The wicked watcheth the righteous. They watch, y'all. The righteous ain't bothered by the wicked. I don't watch these guys, y'all. I bet you they watch me. Oh, they scared of everything that come out my mouth. Right? The wicked watch the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Ooh, right? If they got the chance, y'all, they would take my head off. Right? 33. The Lord will not leave him in his hand. Right? Do what you want with this flesh. So what? Right? Nor condemn him when he is judged. The Father ain't gonna condemn me, right? He ain't gonna leave me in trouble, and he's not gonna condemn me when he see me. Ask me how I know, right? I'm not here to mess it up, y'all. I'm a child of the realm that I speak of, right? Glory be unto the Most High, right? 34. Wait on the Lord. There's that wait again. We wait for him, y'all. We don't let nobody get us moving and scared and this and that and feeling like we got to do this and do that. Nah, you ain't got to do nothing. And I know that's different than anything you ever heard in the world. And you're not going to hear it. Why? Because when you move out of fear and you collect these things, guess who's there with you? Right? Guess who's there with you to split it? No, be scared, move, do this, oh, what you got over there, right? And then you come, right? And then y'all breaking bread and they getting a chunk of, you know what I mean? That's why it is the way it is. That's why they can't preach this true message. Because they profit from your fear. Right? 34. Wait on the Lord. Let me get a chunk of this. Yeah, let me get a piece of that. Nah. Wait on the Lord and keep his way. Keep his way, y'all. And he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. Everything is yours, right? This land, probably not. We ruined this one, right? With all of this, we'll never be Adam in the garden again on this place, right? Or, a matter of fact, I might be lying about that. I'm Adam now, out here on my land, laying in my bushes, right? So, but that comes from serving him, you know what I mean? And doing right by him. He will make you Adam again, and everything outside of this land is crumbling, you know. All praises to the Most High, you know. Glory be unto him. Get right with him, y'all. Get right with him, and we got vineyards, right? That's what he gives his servants. And with that, we don't need nothing out of the world, right? We don't need nothing out of the world. Can't nobody reel us around, push us around, right? And be the big bad man over us. I'm this kind of man and I'm that kind of man. You gotta listen to me because you know what I'm saying? Organized religion, people profiting off the fear of God, right? Be afraid. I'm over here teaching don't be afraid of nothing. No man, no nothing. Fear the Most High. Why? Because at the end of your life, not tomorrow, but at the end of you might go down that volcano if you're not afraid of him. If you're not afraid of him, you're not gonna get your soul right, right? You're not gonna be working to be in a good condition to keep on living after he meets you at the end of this life, right? That's the only fear you should have, is to not go down that volcano. And that don't require you to run around like a chicken with your head cut off for some man every day, right? And be under his subjection and all of that, you know? Nah, we're all men, we're all equal men. Matter of fact, let the greatest of you be. He should be washing your feet and catering to you and making sure you got what you're need. Make sure you got what you're needing. That's the shepherd in Jephthah. That's what the shepherd in Jeremiah 23 is doing, right? When we read that, right? That's what leadership is doing, right? And what we read yesterday, Con, yesterday when we read that teaching there, what was that we read yesterday? First Timothy chapter 3. It's speaking about him being blameless and all of that, right? You ain't got no bone to pick with him. He treated you right. He did you right. Huh? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, we getting into it, y'all. We getting into it, right? Wait on the Lord and keep his way. Keep his commandments. What are his commandments? What does the whole law boil down to, right? Love the Most High with all your heart, soul, and mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. Those two things, right? That's keeping his way, right? And he shall exalt thee to inherit the land, right? When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. So if you're the wicked, you're not going to see the wicked get cut off because you're going to be too busy getting cut off with the wicked. You're going to be the cut off, right? But if you see it, oh, you was on the righteous side and you saw what happened to him. When it came down on them, it did not come down on you. Now that's blessed, y'all. All of this stuff you see in this earth, you say, oh, that's blessed. No, that ain't blessed. This right here is blessed. That's blessed when you can watch the wicked get cut off and you're not involved with them when they get cut off. You see that? 35. I have seen, and you have. We're looking at them now, right? Wherever the wicked are, they're in great power. It's a sad thing to be broke and have nothing, and hate your life and then still be wicked. Come on. You already on the right side of things. All you got to do is repent. Man, they got so much more to do to be in good standing with the Most High. You don't got to do all of that, right? You're poor. You're the one he's for. He's for the poor. Huh? I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Oh, he's stretching out. He's everywhere, right? He got arms like an octopus. He's grabbing here, grabbing there, right? He's in great power. Everybody got something for him, right? We got to go into that one too. That's in the Apocrypha. That's a whole teaching. We could spend an hour or two in there talking about that, right? 36. Yet he passed away. Now it's all over. Everything he has to gain, it's a part of this air that he's breathing. When that's over, it's over, right? Yet he passed away, and lo, and look, right? He was not. He was not what? In great power. He was not spreading himself around like a green bay tree. He wasn't doing that no more, right? Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found, right? 37. Mark the perfect man. Who is the perfect man? The complete man. What's making him complete? He has charity, right? Charity is the end of it. Charity is eternal. According to our chapter, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 13, right? It says that in there, right? It says when that which is perfect is come, right? Don't it say that? That's what it is to be perfect. You have everything because you have charity. And that's all of those laws are trying to get you to accomplish. It's charity. It's a charitable heart, right? If not, then tell me what the two commandments are. What the whole law been boiled down to. Do y'all see that clear? How that pertains to so much stuff. Pertains to everything, right? Mark the perfect man. That means watch him. And is he perfect because he never makes a mistake? No, he's perfect because he has charity. Watch the charitable man. This is telling you. And behold the upright. For the end of that man, hold on. The end of that man is, I know it don't look like much, but there's a feeling there, y'all. There's a feeling in this place here. Oh, my. My. Listen to me when I tell you. Con, mark the perfect man and behold the upright. For the end of that man is peace. Ask me how I know. Right? Ask me how I know, y'all. How do we get to that? How do we get to the God of peace? God of peace. He's not the God of chaos, y'all. When we follow him, we wind up at peace, y'all. And it starts here. We don't guide to get that. It starts here. And that's why I ain't worried about nothing. Can't nobody threaten me. You see that? You can't threaten me. What can you say? to a mess been where I've been. You can't threaten me, right? Please. I serve him and him alone, right? Yeah. It's a whole bunch of tricks that the world can't play on you when you dial in with the most high and you lock in with it, right? You know. Now let's start talking. And if you are worried about anything, you might have a little further to go. Be surrenders, right? It said he shows us that realm in his clearness, right? He stopped fighting, right? When he shows you that, you usually don't come back, right? And people can't live on this earth, you know, with that knowledge of that place. You see that? But guess what? He let your op back. And now I'm walking around with it. And I believe he did that in the last days because, man, the wicked got such a good leg up on us, y'all. Oh, man, we don't know what to do. We don't know which way to go. We all messed up because the wicked is just running circles around us, y'all. Now, shout out to everybody that latch on to this and tell me if this don't free your soul, right? Free your mind and everything else, right? What should the truth do? According to John chapter, what is that? John 8:32. It sets you free, don't it? That's what the truth shall do. It shall set you free, right? Nah, or should it put you in bondage? The truth don't put you in bondage, y'all. It sets you free. It makes life easier, right? 1 John 5:3, he's talking about his commandments ain't grievous, ain't it? So what, you grieving? You worried about something? Oh, this and that, the holy days. Oh, if I don't keep these holy days, oh, I'm getting in trouble. Right? Oh, if I don't do this, we gonna blow up and this and that. We got to worry about this. That sounds like bondage to me, right? We know all things shall be fulfilled. Everything is going to happen. Everything is going to play out. And guess what? The people of God going to be calm through it all. Right? If I got to run to save somebody, save my family or something like that, I might have to hit a sprint and scoop my daughter up. But, that's something different, And even I do stuff like that calm, my last few situations that's been hectic, I realized I was very calm in them, and it was going more in like slow motion, and I was just like, I had plenty of time to think and do my hand movements that I wanted to do and grab everything was like slow motion, right? My body had so much time to react, right? My body really doing this, but it feel like I'm like, right? That's the peace of the Most High, y'all. Telling you. Let's read Hebrews 13:20 through 24. Now the God of peace, right, that brought again from the dead our Christ, right, that great shepherd of the sheep. Now that's the good shepherd. Now, right, through the blood of the everlasting covenant, right, make you perfect in every good work to do his will. So what is that, y'all? What is that? What is perfect? The charitable heart. What is he going to do? Good work. What does the Father equate that to? His will. You see that? Working in you that which is well pleasing in his sight. What do we think that is? That ain't just reading some precepts, right? That ain't doing the things that these people are doing, and they thinking that's all the work of the Most High. Talking about fruit all the time, talking about works all the time. Works is this charity, brother, and it's going to say that. It's going to say that very clear. to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen. Right? The Most High gets this glory. Right? It should not be going anywhere else. I understand. I ain't saying, don't love the brethren, you know, don't exhort the brethren, don't raise the brethren up, in prayer and all of that. Do all of that, right? Respect the brethren, respect all men, whether he's a good man or not. Respect him, right? You can't look at a man who you think ain't worth nothing and tread on him, because guess who's gonna pull up if you do that? Christ. According to Matthew chapter 25, right? Can't do nobody wrong. Respect all men, you know. But when we get in this book, buddy, if this book chop you up, shouldn't have been on the wrong side of the book, you know. That's your fault. You done that. Right? 22. And I beseech you, I beg you, brethren, suffer the word of exhortation, right? So when you're getting this word and when you need scriptures, right, and giving it to you gently, right? I'm not telling you to hell with how you think and how you feel, and I don't care. And so what? And go be hurt and feel bad. That's not what I'm saying. I sympathize with you, and I'm willing to keep on talking to you through your pain, right? And let's see how that we could work through. The email is open 24 hours, right? I don't shun nobody and send them off running sad and broke down and hurt. Nah, let's work through where the pain is, because there shouldn't be pain. If there's pain, let's work through it and let's talk it out and let's find, uh, what works. That's exhortation, right? So, and that's what it's telling you to suffer through. Suffer the word of exhortation, right? That ain't cutting you off and muting your line, right? That ain't coming down on you and fussing at that. That's not exhortation, man. If you take that through the Strongs, it's going to tell you one of the attributes of it is gentle, y'all. And a lot of these people, we could give them a lot of things. We can't give them gentle. These brothers ain't gentle out there, y'all. Right? Yeah. For I have written a letter unto you in few words. Right? And that's why he had to tell them to suffer through this real quick, because he didn't have a lot of time to write a lot of words. Right? This is one of the epistles of Apostle Paul, right? He didn't have a lot of time to write the way he needed to, right? So he had to be quick. Why? Because he was on his way there. It's going to tell us that, right? 23. Know ye that our brother Timothy is set at liberty. Don't you know, Timothy, that's leadership. This is real leadership here, y'all, that this is talking about. Real leadership, y'all. They're gentle. They're operating in love and all of that. They're operating right, right? And he's exhorting them because there's some stuff that they're doing wrong. It's some things that they didn't want to do, right? And we're going to get that next. It tells us about that, right? 23. Know ye that our brother Timothy is set at liberty. Our brother Timothy is over y'all over there, right? With whom, if he comes shortly, I will see you, right? So Timothy is going over there to him, and they're going to go to where he's writing this letter, right? 24. Salute all them that have the rule over you, right? Oh, we love to pull this stuff out, but these brothers ain't dealing with this exhortation. They're doing everything to anger you. They're trotting on you, right? This ain't talking about that, y'all. This is honorable leadership, right? Let those that rule well be counted with double honor. Key words, rule well, Salute all them that have the rule over you. So are they all up in your life, right? Predicting things and blocking this and in the way of that? And nah. They ain't like that, y'all. They have the rule over you, right? Because uh that's where you want to be. That's where you want to go. The love is there, right? You're receiving all of that. All of that is intact, right? They have the righteous rule over you, and you gave it to them, right? You're giving them this rule. They're not hurting you, right? And you're going to see what he was telling them. You're going to see who he was talking to and why he's talking to them like this, right? They have the rule over you and they're telling you something. And you're going to see next what he's telling them, right? And all the saints, right? Have or salute all them which have the rule over you and all the saints, right? They of Italy salute you, right? So they're up north, they're in Europe, they're in Italy, right? Now let's read this. First Thessalonians chapter 4 from the 8. From the top, we're going to go to verse 8. Furthermore, we beseech you, brethren, right? So we beg you, we beg y'all, brethren, and exhort you. There's that exhortation again, right? By the Lord Jesus or by the Lord Yasha, right? So this is in the vein of Christ. And what did Christ push? Nothing but that love, baby, love and charity, the charitable heart, right? The First Corinthians chapter 13, that's his realm. That's how you get to it. When them angels come back, we're getting sucked out of that realm. You see that? Yeah, that's where we coming out of. All praise to the Most High, right? So these are in the words of him, and they understand this. They're not calling all of this other tough stuff love. They're not doing that. They really understand the First Corinthians chapter 13. You see that? Let's read on. That as ye have received of us, so they push this on them people who they're talking to, who they wrote the rough letters to that we was just reading about, right? How don't they're walking in a way that don't that, and it's gonna get specific. So would ye would abound more and more, so that you would, hit more levels and be closer to the Most High. How? Through the charitable heart. It's always about that. We're gonna prove it, right? 2, for ye know what commandments we gave you by the Lord Yasha, by Christ, right? So this is what they're rolling over on, y'all. This ain't somebody that's all in submission, right? And doing the right thing, right? These brothers is tried on people like that, y'all. You ain't did nothing wrong, and you feel like you got people over you just trying to humble you just because they feel like they can. You feel me? This is how they don't line up with that. They're abusing their power. You see that? For ye know what commandments we gave you from Christ, right? These people was rolling over on that, y'all. It ain't just because I say. No, it's got to be a law. It's got to be law, y'all. They can't just stand over you and beck and point you around and you got to do this and go get some this and go get some Chinese food. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't for that, y'all. It's got to be commandments of Christ, y'all. What are they talking about? What kind of life have they built for themselves where they get to beck another grown man around? Who even wants to do that, man? Who even wants to do that with another man? You know, that's kind of creepy. That's kind of creepy, y'all. That's who was sending people who was sending people for sugar cookies and all of this kind of. Y'all remember that? Making the band. Oh, come on now. And guess who they are? Guess who that is, y'all? We know what Diddy on. This is Mason activity. This is of the devil, y'all. The Most High don't got no desire to do that, grown man. He'll never want to belittle you like that and humble you like that and crush your manhood like that. The Most High does not have no desire to do that to you, and neither does Christ. Right? Why? Because you want to be some type of leader someday. This is what you're going through. Heck no. That's crazy as heck, y'all. Most High don't do that, y'all. Right? Go and give me some, walk to the Bronx and get me some Cambodian breast milk. You know what I'm saying? Heck nah. 3, for this is the will of God. Now it's going to tell us what the will of him is, and let's see if it's walking to the Bronx to get some Cambodian breast milk, right? Even your sanctification, he wants you to pray, right? That ye should abstain from fornication, that you could stop, right? Fornicating. Why? Because that's a breaking of the law. And what do you ultimately break? Charity. That's not charitable to your neighbor, right? That's not helping him serve the Most High. That's helping him get on the wrong side of the Most High. That's not right. That's so far from the charitable heart, y'all. You see that? That fornication. You can't do that. You can't do that and guide your brother right. He ain't listening to what you got to say, right? You can't push the love on him. You can't push charity on him. You can't push nothing on him because he gonna be like, oh, so what? You mean like how you do that fornication? You mean like that? Like that? Have a heart like that? Okay, now you gotta shut up. Now you see that? You see how all of this tied together? You see how this whole law ended up? 2 commandments, right? 4, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel, right? In sanctification and honor. To be honorable. That's why I just said, what, you mean like that fornication you doing? Why you trying to preach this love, right? Why you trying to preach 1 Corinthians chapter 13? And they could hold fornication over your head. You're done. You see how this ties all together and correlates? 5, not right? Lust, right? Even as the Gentiles which know not God, right? That's what they was doing, y'all. That's why he was coming down on them like that. And that's why he told them, right, to submit to those who have the rule over them like that. Or to, what did he say exactly? Salute them. He just said to salute them, right? Yeah. 6, that no man go beyond and defraud his brother. Ain't that what I just said? He see you doing that, right? He sees you doing that, and now he can't respect what you're saying, right? So you cheat them. You cheat them when they see you like that, because now you can't tell them nothing. And ain't that our whole purpose, is to push this word, right? And teach through our words and through our actions, through what we show. Yes, yes, yes. That no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter. In no matter. Right? Not this, not that, not no matter, not nan commandment, right? Because that the Lord is the avenger of such, right? So when he do that, the Most High is going to avenge that. So everything that you done seen these cats do to these people, Christ pulling up about that, right? Whenever you seen a brother get wrong, whenever you seen a brother get disrespected and cut off, right? And embarrassed and things like this, right? All of that, man. All of that. Christ pulling up about that. You can't do that in the name of Christ. Christ don't say do that. This is proving it, right? As we also have forewarned you. You've been warned. Me, you, them, everybody, every shepherd, every pastor, every, this when they were forewarned here, that spills over on us, right? As you were forewarned and testified, right? 7, for God has not called us unto uncleanness. He ain't called us to be dirty, y'all, but unto holiness. What is holiness? 1 Corinthians chapter 13, set apart. Ain't nobody doing it, right? We're rising now. I've been seeing y'all representing out there. Y'all. All praise to the Most High, right? We getting right. We getting right now. Our heart is being flipped and turned inside out now. That part, huh? Verse 8. He, therefore, that despises not man. So think hard. Who do you know that despise anybody? Huh? Because he who despises, they don't despise that man. They despise God, right? But God, who has also given unto us his Holy Spirit. So if he gave you his Holy Spirit, why are you despising men? Huh? Is it becoming clear, y'all? But that's how we gain the God of peace, y'all. That's how we gain him. That's what he was telling them as a leader, though. That's why he had to talk to them rough like that. Look at what they was doing. It was these people today, man. They would have sent you all kind of home, huh? And told you that you was condemned forever. Told you that you was kicked out of the body of Christ and all of this. You see that? That ain't what they were doing. Right? They wasn't kicking you out and condemning you and excommunicating you and all of this. They wasn't doing that. He was talking to some people guilty of fornication, and he was on his way to go and see them. He wasn't telling his local deacons to send them home and throw them to the wolves. You see this? There's a clear differentiation from what's going on in this book and what's going on in this world today, right? If you turn a blind eye to that, if you want to, and watch how the Most High he's gonna hold you accountable for that. He's gonna leave you with them. He's gonna deal with you when he deal with them, right? Right. Philippians 4:7-9, and the peace of God, once again, right? Another cousin, we back at it. Tell us more about this peace of God, right? And this God of peace, right? Which passeth all understanding shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Yasha, right? Oh, we crawl into that peace and man, you just preserve. So what part of that are we scared? What part of that can a fearmonger say something to us and get us to moving and doing this and that and the other, right? And worrying about this, and worrying about that. Anything, you're in the wrong place. Nah, we teach strength and power, right? And a sound mind. You can't do that and then take people money at the same time through fear mongering, right? You willing to do whatever because you're scared and you can't lose this man's favor and all of this. You see that? And finally, brethren, so lastly, right? Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, Whatsoever things are honest. We can't get these brothers honest. Whatsoever thing is just is fair. We can't get these brothers fair out here, right? Whatsoever things are pure. Oh, it's so many mixed. Pure is one thing. It is what it says it is, right? But you can't get pure to these brothers, man. There's so many hidden agendas, and man, you don't even know who people are, man. You don't even know who they are. The teeth that's showing on your camera ain't the teeth that's showing when that camera is off. That that camera turn off and people get stone faced. So ever things are lovely. Are they lovely? Is it lovely? These things, right? Whatever it may be, is it lovely? Right? Whatsoever things are of a good report, right? If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, does it praise the Most High? Think on these things, then think on that, right? And that's what we should be teaching each other to think on. You're not, but right? We got to clear up this water and free even see clearly to do this. You see, right? Think on these things, those things which you and receive, right? We're learning it now. And once we get done learning it, then we would have received it, right? And heard it and seen in me, right? So you should be able to look at the person that told it to you and see it and see this love and this charity, right? And how I'm hunkered down on this. I'm teaching this every time you see me. You're growing in that. And you may not feel it, but believe me, something is happening to your heart, right? And you're gonna have the evidence when you start doing for other people, and you ain't gonna be able to believe it. Like, man, I didn't used to share that. I just gave that away. That's when you're gonna see that's the fruit of it, right? We know the fruit is the end of it, but it's working in you right now. You see that? And seen in me, do what you have seen in me, do that, right? And the God of peace, who? The God of First Corinthians chapter 13, right? The God of peace shall be with you. Glory unto the Most High, whose name is Ahia. That's the mission, y'all. That's what we trying to get to. We trying to get to that charitable heart. I ain't gonna leave you at no hate. I ain't gonna leave you hating. I ain't gonna leave you hating nobody. Don't hate nobody, y'all, because you die for that. Ain't that whatever they did ain't worth your soul. Don't hate anybody, right? I don't hate nobody, y'all. Philippians 3 and 16 through 21. Nevertheless, whereunto we have already attained. So we already got this. We already understand, right? In the end, this love that you latch onto, you already understood it. You already knew you shouldn't have been doing those things to people that you were doing, right? But there's some about this book we get in here, we dog people out, and for somehow in the name of the Most High, we think it's accepted. Like, we think it's cool in the heavens, right? Nah, it's not cool to be uncharitable to anybody in this world. It's not cool to roll up on nobody and hurt their feelings because you have more knowledge than them or something like this, right? And you think you did them a favor talking about iron sharpen iron. But if you really read the iron sharpen iron, it's a smiling man creating another smiling man, right? Your countenance is your face, right? Go read that again, right? But nevertheless, we're on to what we already attained. So what we already understand, let us walk by the same rule. Let us walk by that. And you're going to find that that's love and charity. That's First Corinthians chapter 13, right? Let us mind the same things. Let us worry about the same thing, right? So you hearing me talking about this, and if I'm the only person worried about this, that's the problem. That's a problem, right? Worry about this with me, and tell me you shouldn't be worried about that, right? And then you'll quit worrying about that. Or maybe it'd be something that we need to worry about, and then we could worry about that together. But According to this, it's telling us to be careful for nothing. Be careful for nothing, y'all. Ain't it? 17, brethren, be doing, right? And mark them which walk so as ye have us as an ensample, or an example. Watch them who you see walking against what we have showed you, right? And that's the love. This is the same person that wrote that stuff, right? To them people who was tripping. These are it's that same leader who said that, right? 18, for many walk. So you're going to see a lot of walking everywhere, right? And walking this walk in Christ. But guess what? And of whom I have told you often. So he did the same thing I'm doing now. He's and told you, don't walk like that. Don't walk like these people that you see walking out here, right? So shout out to all of them who think I'm being hateful for saying what I'm saying right now. No, we gotta work with the examples that we have in the earth. All we have is this book in this earth. And if you want to understand this book, we're gonna have to draw the experience from out of this world, from what you looking at with your eyes, right? For many walk, a lot of people walk, right? Of whom these people who have walked, I told you about them. And now tell you even weeping. So he cries. He says this through tears, right? Please don't be like these people who you see operating in the earth with Christ in their mouth, but ain't nothing that they talking about, right? Helpful to Christ. It is not the love or nothing of that sort, right? It's going to lead you nowhere. Yeah, it was wisdom. It sounded like it made a lot of sense. It didn't end that charity, and at the end of your life, you went down the volcano. You see that? Oh, so much stuff look good. What is that? Signs and wonders. They're going to use the signs and wonders, and they're going to deceive the very elect. You see that? And now tell you even weeping. He had tears in his eyes. He was crying saying this, right? That they are the enemies of the cross. They're the enemies of the cross. I know they saying they rep it. Man, I feel him on that. I could cry right now too. Honestly, right? Yeah, but I'm gonna hold my composure together. I'm all good. I'm not worried like that. That's what this is about, is to let the world be the world. Don't worry, right? And don't get in haste, and definitely don't let nobody fear monger. 19, whose end is destruction. Their end is destruction. They played with Christ, they played with me, they played with you, right? They got destruction coming. And you better believe it ain't no accident. You better believe they pledging somewhere. They ain't over there believing that they really following Christ. They play with you like that. They know they been rolled over on Christ, right? Whose end is destruction, whose God is their own belly, and whose glory is in their shame. Yes, glory today. It's going to be shame tomorrow. You see that? Whose mind, who minds earthly things. It's earthly things that they mind, right? 20, for our conversation is in heaven. Our conversation, the conversation we're having, huh? Oh, hold on a minute now. The conversation we're having, kapow, right? The conversation for our conversation is of heaven, okay? From whence also we look for the Savior. That's where we're going to come out of. I just said that. All of them angels he come back with, guess who they are? The dead that rise first. Come on now. Right? For our conversation is of heaven, from whence also we look for our Savior. the Lord, Yasha, the Christ, right? What does 21 say? Let's get it back on the screen. 21. Who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body? When he return, we shall be like him. Didn't we read that? Whatever he turned into. Right? When he returns, we shall see him as he is, for we shall be like him. There it is, y'all. According to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself. Right? So when Christ come back with that power, everything is bowing down, is what that means. But first, right? But first, before that, what did it say? Verse 21. Who shall change our... Hold on. Come on. Who shall change our vile body? That's the new spiritual body, y'all. That it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things into his subjection. Con, I'm putting together something real nice, Elma Shaw. Not today, but soon. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, baby. We close. Oh, it's about to get real. Y'all yet? Right? Some stuff coming forward, y'all. Stay tuned. Right? All praises be unto the Most High. Don't worry about nothing, y'all. Right? The Most High is going to take good care of us. He has always taken care of us. Right? If it's about this, that, and the other, then let it be about that. But if it's about the Most High, let it be about that. Let it be about him. You feel me? He's the God of peace. Right? And all who go under his subjection are going to be peaceful. If somebody is warning you and fear mongering on you and all of this, that, and the other, then, you know, things is wrong. That ain't right. It shouldn't be like that. But we just knocked down another 3 hours. All praise to the Most High. Let's get the golden chapter on our way up out. Let's get the golden chapter. Send you on your way. Glory be unto the Most High. So blessed to come before you and speak it out with you again. I'm going to jump over there in the chat too before we go. You know, I've been neglecting the chat, not really reading much out of the chat lately. Let me jump over there and tap in with y'all. Right? You know, hopefully somebody tap in tomorrow and greet us with a shalom. You know, be it the Father's will, you know, we make it to the conference tomorrow. All of us, me, you, and everybody listening, right? We make it over there. You know, make somebody give us some testimony. It's been a long time since we had any, right? But 1 Corinthians chapter 13, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become a sounding brass and a tinkling cymbal. Now, what does that mean to you, y'all? That sounds like somebody should be talking about some charity, huh? With all of them languages, right? If I have not charity, all those languages you got, you ain't talking charity in none of them, right? Then guess what you are? A sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal, period, right? It's pretty cut and dry. It don't leave a lot of room for thoughts, right? 2, and though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge. And though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. 3. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. 4. Charity suffers long. Hey, hey, hey. Charity is long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. Right? 5. Does not behave itself unseemly. Right? Seeketh not her own, is not evoked, thinketh no evil. 6. Rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. 7. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. They shall cease. Had a little buffering there. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. 9. Know in part, and we prophesy in part. 10. But when that which is in 10, but when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. 12. For now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. 13. And now abideth faith, these 3. But the greatest of these is charity. Glory be unto the Most High. That's the magic chapter, y'all. That's the one that's going to get us where we want to go, right? Kelly Wilson, Shalom, right? Yeshayahu, Shalom, my brother. Good to see you. Ricardo, good to see you. Francis Johnson, right? Sister Lynette Brown, Shalom, right? Yada Elisha, right? Shalom, all praise to the Most High. My sister Ashara in the building. Shalom. Hot Trip in the building. Shalom, my brother, right? All praise to the Most High. Nay, Shalom, right? No, this is not a turban. This is called a meat tree, right? That's all it is. Sister Yapa Judah, Shalom, right? Glory be unto the Most High. Arakah, Sister Erica, Shalom. Y'all know that's what Iraq is, right? Iraq is Eric, right? Araka. Shalom, my sister. Much love to you. Thanks for all of y'all love and support, man, and how y'all just constantly on it, man. Constantly on it. Praise the Most High for y'all. Brother Cruising. Shalom, my brother, right? Wild Wonder. Shalom. Shalom to you, right? Kamad or Kamad. Got to come from the back of the throat. Kamad, right? Shalom, my sister. A highest harvest. Shalom. All praises to the Most High. My brother Kassad Napash. Shalom, brother. Good to see you. Right? Tried and true. 144. Shalom. All praises to the Most High. Right? Azalikio. Right? Jezreel. Shalom. Pilgrims in the earth. Shalom. Right? All praises to the Most High. Brother David. Shalom. All praises be unto the Most High for each and every last one of you. I pray y'all be in peace today. I pray everything works your way today and tomorrow and forever. Right? I pray the Most High's favor be rich upon you. Right? Sister Kelly Wilson says people need to pass out some love because everywhere you turn, nobody getting along. Right? And whose plan is that? It's not the Most High's, y'all. That's not the Most High's plan. The Most High didn't want to see the world like this. And us who follow him, we would automatically get along. And that's why I couldn't understand that all of these people that's supposed to love the Most High so much, why are they so aggressive toward us, And that's because they lack this charitable heart right here, and they are, it's fury. And when they lose the flesh, man, they're going to turn into a ball of energy of that, and they're not going to like it. They're going to wish they got about this love, y'all, right? Just like you can't pray at school, right? But they want you to pledge allegiance. Yeah, you can't pray at school, but they want you to pledge allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart and all of this, right? You're pledging, you know, man, it's crazy. It's crazy that, they want you to pledge, you know, pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to what, right? I don't know. All praise it to the Most High. The Shara says, I can admit there's been things I had no idea I was fearing. Yeah. Everybody's pushing to be scared when that's not the way of the Most High, right? That's not the way of the Most High. You know, you scared of all of this stuff, you're not going to be scared of Him and what you need to get right. All of that stuff is stealing fear. You're stealing fear from Him, right? And then you wonder why you can't get yourself together because the fear that you're supposed to have for the Most High, you didn't gave it to all of this other stuff that you scared of. So you can't fear the Most High and get right and render your heart, right? Right. As Ezekiel is saying, can anyone help me with funds? Right? I'm trying to come to use to do the will of God. Okay? Uh, hit me right here. Send an email there, my brother. Plantvineyards144 at gmail.com, and let's talk and let's see what we can figure out. See what you need, this, that, and the other, right? See where you are and all of that kind of thing. See what kind of help we could get you, right? That ain't no thing, right? Ricardo says, Khan, the peace takes you a long way, especially when the attacks come my way. You got to understand when they're attacking you, uh, they're attacking something that they're threatened by, right? Something about you bothers their existence, right? Because they would be a friend otherwise. When they're not a friend of you, when they're not trying to reach out, I knew something was up, right? I knew something was up long ago because my phone wasn't ringing with the good reports. But I got, you know, the whole Hebrew community before me trying to convince me of how great and how wonderful I am. Well, why the people I look up to don't feel like that? You know? Why the leadership don't feel like that? If I'm so great, if I'm doing something so good for the Most High, you know, why it's been so long and I haven't gotten, the love from the people that I look up to, right? How am I the person that you look up to and you can call me, right? You got my number and we talk all the time, right? Why couldn't I get that from the people that I looked up to, right? Time out for that, y'all. It's a new spirit in the earth. It's a spiritual revolution, right? We had the fake deal. It was fake, y'all. And the Most High does that to us. He gives us the placebo first, right? Caprice Anderson, Shalom, right? He gives us the placebo version first. Now it's time to have this real thing, y'all. And oh, it's so beautiful. I seen it already. I seen it already. It's beautiful. And nobody is left out. The least is treated like the greatest, right? And the greatest among you is your servant. Come, but all praises to the Most High. Good chopping it up with y'all tonight, going into the scriptures with y'all yet again, and we just gonna keep this thing rolling, y'all. We gonna keep on going into this book. We're gonna talk about some other things uh, soon. We got conference tomorrow. I pray y'all make it to the conference tomorrow, and I pray somebody give us some testimony, man. You know, call in to that number that's going to be on the screen. Too much knowledge and lack, big time in love. Yeah, but knowledge of what? We're just talking. As our chapter says, right? Sounding brass, tinkling cymbal. We doing a whole bunch of talking, right? But we lacking in love, like you just said. So if you're lacking in love, then what purpose is it serving? That's how the Father is measuring, right? How in the world we measure money, that's how the Most High measures our hearts and what we're about and what we're worth as a person and a soul. He's measuring the power of our heart, y'all. And with that note, I'm out, right? Shalom, I love y'all. We speak soon, right? Hit me at the email. Let's continue this conversation, right? And I'll be live soon again. Otherwise, catch us 7 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow for the conference, Tuesday. Be it the Father's will. All right? I love y'all. I am Shalom. Talk to y'all soon.